Picture this: a small aircraft slices through the darkness over the English Channel. Inside, the hopes and dreams of a rising soccer star, Emiliano Sala, are soaring as he embarks on a life-changing journey from Nantes to Cardiff for an exciting new chapter in his career. But suddenly, the unthinkable happens. The plane begins to falter, a chilling silence settles in, and the minutes tick by agonizingly. As the world below remains oblivious, Sala and the pilot are locked in a race against time. The frantic exchanges with air traffic control, the heart-wrenching messages to loved ones, all unfolding amidst the black expanse of the night sky. In the final moments, terror and fate collide, leaving us to confront the fragility of life and the haunting question: what truly happened in those terrifying last minutes? Join us as we delve into the heart-wrenching story of Emiliano Sala, a tale that uncovers the tragic realities that can lurk beneath even the brightest of futures. Brace yourself, for this is a story you won't soon forget. Emiliano Sala was born on the 31st of October 1990 in Colulu, Santa Fe, Argentina. Sala's passion for soccer was unwavering. His brother Dario vividly remembers the spark of ambition that ignited when Emiliano was only 4 years old. When his mother took him to play for the first time, the family couldn't afford to buy him soccer shoes, so he trained in trainers, but he loved the game and thrived. He came home saying he wanted to be a soccer player. He kept saying it, and he held on to this dream without ever letting it go. In school, he was a bad student, but we all were. We just waited for playtime to get the soccer ball out. He scored 40 goals every season for us. He was fiercely competitive. We trained for 90 minutes, and then he'd drag us out to do more. We won most games 5-0 because of Emmy, reveals Joaquin Carestia, a close friend of Sala who witnessed his exceptional skills firsthand. In the town of Progreso, it was evident that Sala was destined for greatness. He showcased his talents playing for the village team San Martin until he was 15 years old. Diego Salida, Sala's coach at San Martin, recalls, "He was an amazing boy. I had him between age 13 and 15. He had incredible strength, truly a natural athlete, always the tallest, a great header of the ball. With free kicks out of the box, he'd always score. And when other boys went to a party, he'd do extra training." When he turned 15, Sala took a bold step, leaving his family behind and moving 90 miles away to San Francisco in Cordoba. Soon they sent him on trials to Europe. He went to Mallorca, Benfica, and Bordeaux. His brother recalls how this was hard for their mother, letting her little boy fly and follow his dream when he was so young. Later, Sala would regularly return to Argentina, doubting whether he wanted to pursue a career so far away from home. As a South American teenager in a foreign country, the adaptation was complex in France. Yet, Sala's resilience shone through. Upon his eventual signing with Bordeaux, he took the initiative to secure a private tutor, dedicating 2 years to refining his French language skills. He relentlessly worked his way up the ranks, but Sala's journey was far from smooth. He faced a series of challenges, including loan spells in the second and third tiers of French soccer at Orléans, Niort, and Caen. These experiences weren't just stepping stones, they were battlegrounds where Sala honed his skills and fought relentlessly to prove his worth. During these loan spells, Sala's talent blazed across the pitch, resulting in an impressive 45 goals. This rapid rise caught the attention of Nantes, who saw the spark of a future star. In 2015, Sala joined Nantes in $1 million deal. 3 transformative years at the club saw him evolve into one of the top strikers in the French league, scoring 42 goals and rivaling the likes of Neymar and Mbappe. Only 19 matches into the 2018-2019 season, Sala's impressive 12 goals played a crucial role in paving the way for a $15 million transfer to the Premier League with Cardiff City. On January 19, 2019, Sala released a statement stating, "There is a new Sala in town, very happy to sign here at Cardiff City FC." However, his joy would be short-lived. Although Cardiff City had offered Sala a commercial flight, he expressed a preference for a faster route. While Willie McKay was not directly Sala's agent, his sons acted as intermediaries in the transfer process, and it was Willie who made the necessary flight arrangements. In his pursuit of a pilot, he reached out to his trusted choice, David Henderson, who was unavailable to fly the plane himself because he was on holiday in Paris with his wife. As a result, the responsibility fell to David Ibbotson, a 59-year-old part-time engineer who took control of the aircraft. On Friday, January 18th at 7:56 p.m., a message arrived from Jack, Willie's son, and a player with Cardiff at the time. It stated, My dad has told me that you are going home tomorrow. He could organize a plane to take you directly to Nantes and to come back on Monday at a time that suits you so you can get to training on Tuesday. On the 21st, Sala shared an image from the Nantes FC dressing room of him smiling, surrounded by friends and teammates before he set off for the next chapter in his soccer journey. The caption read, "La ultima ciao," which translates to, "the last goodbye." In that moment, he could not have known how those words would soon haunt his family, friends, and fans. Just 8 hours later, tragedy struck. After saying goodbye to his friends in Nantes, Emiliano Sala entered the light, single-engine Piper PA-46 Malibu aircraft, registered as N264DB, and embarked on his journey from northwest France to Cardiff at 7:15 p.m. David Ibbotson was the man at the controls, yet several factors undermined the wisdom of this decision. Notably, he was not licensed to fly the aircraft, as his type rating for the Piper Malibu expired 2 months earlier. Additionally, Ibbotson colorblindness disqualifies him from obtaining a night flying rating on his pilot's license. Compounding the issue, he had not engaged in recent practice of instrument flying, an essential skill for navigating a plane during a dark night in poor weather. In addition, the pilot is being paid to fly Sala, even though, under the terms of his private pilot license, this is not allowed. The pilot's license did not authorize him to transport passengers for profit, or to arrange a flight with the sole purpose of carrying a passenger. Adding to this, the regulations under which the light aircraft is operated means it cannot be used for commercial flights. The pilot's planned route charts a nearly direct course from Nantes to Cardiff, flying over Guernsey along the way. Bad weather conditions are forecasted for the flight, raising concerns about the pilot's alleged lack of competence to navigate in such adverse weather. Sala seems to experience a sense of unease regarding the flight as well, because after departure from Nantes, he sends an audio message to his family expressing his concerns about the flight.
Hola hermanitos, ¿cómo andan loquitos locos? Hermano, estoy muerto. Estuve acá en Nantes haciendo cosas y no termina más. Así que nada, muchachos. Estoy acá arriba del avión que me parece que se está poca de a pedazo. Y me estoy yendo para Cardiff, loco, que mañana sí, ya arrancamos. A la tarde arrancamos a entrenar, muchachos, con el nuevo equipo. A ver qué pasa. Así que, ¿cómo andan ustedes, hermanito? ¿Todo bien? Si en 1 hora y media no tienen novedades mías, no sé si van a mandar a alguien a buscarme porque no me van a encontrar, pero ya saben. Papá, qué miedo que tengo.
47 minutes after takeoff, at 9:02 p.m., the plane is flying over the English Channel. The aircraft is flying on its planned route towards Cardiff until approximately 13 nautical miles south of Guernsey, an island situated in the heart of the English Channel. At this point, the pilot requests and is granted a descent clearance to remain within visual meteorological conditions, to adhere to the specific flight rules that dictated this journey. At 9:12 p.m., the pilot contacts Jersey Air Traffic Control to secure permission for a further descent. The request is approved, initiating a descent from 5,000 feet. A few moments later, as the aircraft reaches 2,500 feet, it initiates a left turn. The pilot begins maneuvering the plane to avoid the harsh weather conditions and uphold the visual meteorological conditions. But suddenly, the plane starts a rapid descent towards the sea. At the last minute, Ibbotson tries to pull up. However, this maneuver induces such excessive stress on the plane that one of its wings and the tail section break. A few moments later, the plane crashes in the English Channel near Guernsey. Following the crash, the Sala family faced a harrowing 2-week period of uncertainty before their worst fears were confirmed. On the 30th of January, 9 days after the crash, the Air Accidents Investigation Branch revealed that 2 plane seat cushions had been washed up on a beach in France. 4 days later, on February 3rd, a private search led by oceanographer David Mearns began, and within 4 hours, the aircraft was located on the seabed. The wreckage was discovered with one body inside that later would be identified as that of Emiliano Sala. David Ibbotson's body has never been found. Numerous questions arose. What happened? The conclusion reached by the Air Accidents Investigation Branch was that the crash, resulting from a loss of control, was significantly influenced by both the pilot and the aircraft, lacking the necessary licenses or permissions for the flight. Investigators uncovered a recurring occurrence of unauthorized gray flights in various domains such as sports, business, and leisure, prompting them to advocate for stricter measures to reduce these activities. As stated in the final report, the pilot reported hearing a troubling bang or boom during the outbound flight to Nantes, along with detecting mist inside the aircraft. Prior to the tragic accident, the pilot communicated with a friend, describing the plane as dodgy. In an audio recording obtained by the BBC, David Ibbotson can be heard joking he'll be wearing a life jacket on board of the aircraft after he'd heard a bang on the way to Nantes, and that the left brake pedal didn't work properly. In the recording, he humorously remarks, "They've entrusted me to pick him up in a dodgy aircraft. This aircraft has got to go back to the hangar." However, the report also suggests that the pilot might have felt pressured to make the return flight to Cardiff because of the payment involved. The report said, "Payment brings with it some pressures for a flight to be completed so that the fee will be paid and perhaps to realize the opportunity to secure work in the future." On August 14th, it was reported that post-mortem examinations on Sala's body revealed a carboxyhemoglobin level of 58%, indicating exposure to carbon monoxide. A pathologist concluded it was enough to kill him, or at least be unconscious by the time the plane crashed. Investigators suspect that the pilot, too, likely encountered carbon monoxide exposure, potentially suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning during the accident. This could explain why the plane fell thousands of feet in seconds after making the 180-degree turn. Carbon monoxide poisoning symptoms include impaired judgment, drowsiness, confusion, blurred vision, and a decrease in coordination, which can escalate to seizures, unconsciousness, and heart attacks. The Air Accidents Investigation Branch emphasized that this gas can reduce or inhibit a pilot's ability to fly an aircraft, highlighting its colorless and odorless nature. Although piston engine planes produce significant carbon monoxide concentrations, effective extraction through the exhaust system is vital. It is believed that leaks within the aircraft's heating and ventilation system allowed the gas to enter the cabin. Following the tragic incident, the AAIB strongly advocated for the mandatory installation of CO monitors on airplanes, a measure that could address what they referred to as the silent killer. The AAIB underscored that these monitors, costing as little as $15, could play a pivotal role in safeguarding against carbon monoxide exposure. The AAIB's chief inspector highlighted that even with routine maintenance, the potential for carbon monoxide leaks couldn't be entirely eliminated. In the aftermath of the incident, David Henderson was found guilty of endangering the safety of an aircraft. On November 12, 2021, he was sentenced to 18 months in prison. The judge told Henderson that he had a cavalier attitude towards organizing the flight and was reckless rather than merely negligent by disregarding the regulations. Henderson attempted to appeal his sentence in early 2022, but the Court of Appeal refused to give him leave to make the appeal. For Sala's father, Horatio, the weight of the situation proved to be an insufferable burden. Overwhelmed by the attention and the agonizing absence of his son, his appeals grew increasingly desperate. Tragically, on April 26, 2019, less than 3 months after his son's tragic demise, Horatio experienced a heart attack at his residence in Progresso and died. The disappearance, the search, the hope, the dwindling hope, it was destructive and he never recovered. Following Emiliano Sala's tragic passing, a flood of heartfelt tributes and condolences poured in from around the world. The news of his passing sent shockwaves through the soccer community and beyond, prompting an outpouring of grief and sympathy. Soccer clubs, both big and small, fellow players and fans came together to honor the young talent whose promising life was abruptly cut short. Sala's name echoed through the roar of crowds, serving as a reminder of the profound impact he had made on the sport. As the tributes poured in, it became evident that Emiliano Sala was more than a soccer player. He was a source of inspiration, a symbol of perseverance, and a beacon of hope. In his passing, he united people in a profound way, reminding us all of the fragility of life and the enduring power of shared humanity.